everyone, today our chapter is Metals and Non-Metals, Part 1. In this we'll know about Introduction, Physical properties of both metals and non-metals, Chemical properties of metals. In that we'll know about reaction of metals with oxygen, reaction of metals with water, reaction of metals with acids, and reaction of metals with metal salt solution. Okay. Now we'll come to introduction. See here, elements can be classified as metals and non-metals based on their properties. Okay, because by seeing the properties, we are classifying elements into metals and non-metals. Examples of some metals are iron, aluminium, silver, copper, etc. And examples of some non-metals are hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen. Okay, now coming to physical properties of metals. See, what are the appearances or physical properties of metals we'll see here. First of all, metals are solids. Okay, except mercury. Okay, every metal is a solid. Only mercury has an exception. Next, metals are hard except lithium, potassium and sodium. Okay, then metals have metallic luster. That is, they have shine. Metals shine. And metals are malleable, that can be beaten into thin sheets. Metals are ductile, that can be drawn into wires. And metals have high boiling points. Okay, then metals have high melting points also. Gallium and cesium have low melting points. They melt in the palm of the hand. Okay, next, metals are good conductors of heat. Best conductors are silver and copper. Poor conductors are what? Lead and mercury. Next, metals are good conductors of electricity. Best conductor are silver and copper. Okay. Then metals are sonorous. That is, they produce sound when beaten. For example, if you take bell, it produce sound when beaten. Okay. Here if you can see the mercury is not solid. It is liquid type. Okay. Next. Now coming to physical properties of non-metals. Till now you have learnt about physical properties of metals. Now physical properties of non-metals. Non-metals may be like solids, liquids or gases. Okay, like solid, if you take example, carbon is a solid, sulfur, phosphorus, etc. Liquid if you take bromine. Okay, gases if you take oxygen, hydrogen and nitrogen. These are all the solids, liquid and gases of non-metals. Then non-metals are soft except diamond, which is the hardest natural substance. Non-metals are always soft. And non-metals do not have luster. They do not shine except iodine crystals. Then non-metals are not malleable. Non-metals are not ductile. Non-metals which are solids and liquids have low melting point. See, in non-metals you have some solids and liquids, right? They have very low melting points. Then non-metals which are solids and liquids have low boiling points also. Then non-metals are bad conductors of electricity and heat. They are both bad conductors of heat and electricity. But if you come to non-metals are bad conductors of electricity except graphite. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity. And non-metals are not sonorous. They do not produce sound. Okay. Next, coming to chemical properties of metals. See, here we are going to read about three reaction of metals with different like oxygen, water, acids and some other salts, metal salts like that. Okay, first we'll know about reaction of metals with oxygen. What happens to the metal reacting with oxygen? Metal react with oxygen to form what? Metal oxide. See, if you see in this reaction here, yeah, metal is reacting with oxygen to form metal oxide. If you take an example, that is copper is reacting with oxygen to form copper oxide. Okay. Then the reactivity of different metals are different with oxygen. See, different metals react differently with oxygen. So some of the things we'll see here. First, sodium and potassium react so vigorously. They react so vigorously that they even catch fire. Fire it may catch if kept open. Okay, so they are immersed in kerosene. So sodium and potassium are kept in kerosene. Why? Because they react to the oxygen and produce fire and they catch fire. Okay, then surfaces of magnesium, aluminium, zinc, lead are covered with a thin layer of oxide. Why? Because to prevent them for further oxidation. Okay. Next, iron does not burn on heating, but iron filings burn vigorously. And copper does not burn, but it is coated with black copper oxide. Then silver and gold does not react with oxygen. Silver and gold does not react with oxygen. These are all the different metals, how it reacts with oxygen. These are all the things. Okay. Next, coming to amphoteric oxides. What is amphoteric oxides? Metal oxides. See, now metal oxide is produced when metal is reacted with oxygen, right? That metal oxide which react with both acids and as well as bases to produce salt and water are called amphoteric oxides. See, now what happened? Now metal you have reacted to what? Oxygen, and you got metal oxide. That metal oxide reacts to both acids and bases to produce what? Salt and water. There are some examples you can see here. See, Al2O3 is reacting with HCl, that is acid, to produce salt and water. And again, Al2O3 is reacting with a base like NaOH, gives salt and water. This is how the amphoteric oxides are. Then coming to reaction of metals with water. How metals react with water? Metals react with water to form what? Metal oxide, and here hydrogen gases is produced. Okay, here also some examples are there. Metal plus water gives metal oxide and hydrogen gas. Here Na, that is sodium plus water, gives NaOH plus H2. Like same happens to potassium, calcium and aluminium, iron, etc. Okay. Or you can see metal oxides are also produced, or metal hydroxide is also produced sometime. Here if you see in the reaction here, calcium is reacting with water to give calcium hydroxide. Okay, sometimes hydroxide is also produced. Then now the reactivity of different metals is differing in when reacting with water. So let us see how it differs. Okay, now if you take sodium and potassium react violently with cold water. Okay, they are reacting violently or vigorously to cold water to form what? Sodium hydroxide and hydrogen, and catches fire. This make there is a reaction and you get fire out of it. Okay, then calcium reacts less violently with water to form calcium hydroxide and water and does not catch fire. See, calcium does not produce fire, but sodium potassium produces fire. Then comes magnesium reacts only with hot water to form magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen. Magnesium only reacts with hot water. Okay, next. Metals like aluminium, iron and zinc react only with steam. See, these elements react only with steam. These metals react only with steam to form what? Metal oxide and hydrogen. Then metals like lead, copper, silver and gold do not react with water. They do not react with water at all. Okay. Then reaction of metals with acids. Now we'll see here dilute acid and dilute HNO3. We are going to read in a two-step. There is reaction of metals with dilute acid and reaction of metals with dilute HNO3, that is nitric acid. First we'll go to dilute acid. Except a few less reactive elements such as like copper, mercury, silver, iron, potassium, like platinum, etc. All other metals react with dilute HCl or dilute sulfuric acid to produce salt and hydrogen gas. See, above mentioned metals, except them, everything will react with dilute acid. So what happens when metal is reacting with dilute acid? Metal reacting with dilute acid, you get salt and hydrogen. Okay. Then coming to reaction of metals with dilute HNO3, that is what? Dilute nitric acid. Now hydrogen gas is not evolved when a metal react with nitric acid. See, in the above you got hydrogen, right? When reacted with dilute acid. But when you react with nitric acid, you don't get what? Hydrogen gas is not evolved. Why? This is due to the strong oxidizing nature of nitric acid. Nitric acid has a strong oxidizing nature. It oxidizes the H2. So H2 produced is oxidized by HNO3 itself. Okay, to produce what? Water, and itself get reduced to any other form of nitrogen oxide. So it will make production of water, and it will also get reduced to nitrogen oxide. So here what you can see here, see metal when react with nitric acid, you get salt. Okay, that is in the form of what? NO2 or N2O, that is nitrogen oxide, and water is produced. Salt is in the form of this here. Okay, then except what? Except manganese and magnesium. This manganese and magnesium, when reacted with nitric acid, you get salt plus H2O. See, hydrogen gas is produced only when manganese and magnesium is reacting to what? Nitric acid. Okay, other than that too, whatever you react with the nitric acid, you get salt in the form of nitrogen oxide. Okay, and H2O is produced. So some here are the examples of this metals reacting with dilute acid. You get what? Salt and hydrogen gases evolved. Same happening with magnesium, aluminium, zinc and iron. Okay, next now coming to reaction of metals with metal salt solutions. Okay, a more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal. Here only the reactivity matters. So the more reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal to form what? Salt solution. So for example, if you take here magnesium, like metal A will keep first in a general equation. Metal A reacting with the salt solution of B. Oh, what happens? Salt solution of A is produced. Why? Because A is more reactive than B and metal B is coming outside. Okay, here is an example. Magnesium plus copper sulfate gives magnesium sulfate plus copper is coming out. Why? Because magnesium is more reactive. Okay, this is how the reaction with metals with metal salt solution is happening. Here if you see here, magnesium powder is added to copper solution, you get what? Colorless magnesium sulfate solution is produced, and pieces of copper is remaining. This is the reactants and this is the product. So what happening after the reaction? This is before reaction, this is after reaction. Okay, here is it is in the equation form, and here it is in the test tube form. Okay, thank you.